Right, Jason? Yeah. Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
News now on 1027 The Game.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. Authorities in Owensboro dismantled a suspected drug trafficking operation following a search Friday at a Fraser Avenue residence. Detectives found over 10 pounds of synthetic marijuana, drug manufacturing chemicals, packaging materials, loaded handgun, and suspected mushrooms. Officers say the chemicals posed a dangerous risk not only to the home's occupants, including children, but also to the surrounding neighborhood. 62-year-old Cynthia Wilson was taken into custody on charges ranging from trafficking synthetic drugs while armed to wanton endangerment. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul is against the idea of banning THC and hemp products. Congress recently proposed the idea of closing a loophole that allows intoxicating levels of THC to go unregulated in hemp products. Senator Paul says he agrees that Congress should impose limitations, but still wants hemp products to contain small amounts of THC. He argues a complete ban would destroy Kentucky's hemp industry since most people purchase hemp products for the THC effects. An official federal ban has not yet been passed. Indiana Secretary of State Diego Morales is urging Hoosiers to stay alert for several scammers that impersonate Indiana government officials. One was able to steal nearly $2 million from an Indiana resident. Morales says two of the biggest red flags to watch out for are urgency and secrecy. For Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols reporting.
Got hail damage on your vehicle? Don't wait around any longer. Let American Hail Solutions get you back on the road fast. We specialize in paintless dent repair, saving your car's factory finish while making those dents disappear. And the best part, we work directly with your insurance company, so the process is simple and stress-free. Stop waiting and start driving dent-free. Call American Hail Solutions today at 270-839-1229. American Hail Solutions, your trusted choice for hail damage repair. Proudly serving Western Kentucky for over 20 years.
If you're looking for a hot savings on a great John Deere zero-turn mower, compact tractor, or Gator, stop by Wright Implement today. Right now, you can save up to $2,000 on select John Deere Gators. Take a test drive today. We also have generators, chainsaws, and the latest battery-powered line trimmers and blowers. For more on these great deals, visit any Wright Implement store or go online. WrightIMP.com. Offer ends 11/2/25. Some restrictions apply. See us for details. Wright Implement.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 1027 The Game.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast. For the overnight hours, partly cloudy with a low of 62. On Thursday, sunny, hot, and humid, a high of 90 with southwest winds at 5 to 10. Clear skies again on Friday night with a low of 60. And on Friday, sunny, hot, and humid with a high of 92. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
Supply availability varies.
From the Floor Concept Studios.
Legally, we're WLME 102.7 FM, Lewisport.
But you can just call us The Game.
1027.
1027.
Answers, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up, and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here at Davis County High School in the Mobile Floor Concept
Studio.
Studio.
Great behind you all, guys.
I mean, I'm going straight
to
the Catholic coaches.
So they're going to see the live stream, Steve, and be like, we're not letting him here any longer.
We got Briggins to turn heel Monday. We've got you turning heel today.
Heel today. I mean, it's rivalry week. I can't turn it. At least I'm in neutral territory.
Right.
Davis County's neutral territory this week for Catholic and Owensboro. So
yes.
At least I'm in neutral territory. Download that Owensboro radio app. You can listen anywhere in the world. Follow along on the social media out there on 1027 The Game. You can text us on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line 270-903-0389. And the live stream brought to you by Legendary Pool and Spa.
And the only thing even worse than you being in front of a Davis County banner is this may be the last time you guys are side by side talking to each other after Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got the Live at 5 and you got the Beyond the Bench up for the award.
I was like, the Vikings don't play the Bills.
I tried to put the jinx on you, right?
I heard you said it was your number one favorite talk show.
It is.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll be cheering for. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I hate to break bad news, but I'll be cheering for Blake Smith.
I am too
on Sunday.
Yeah, I think we're all playing for second anyway. But
Blake's a future Fox
I just like
NASCAR star. Yeah,
he's just a lot better at what he does than I am.
Well, I mean, me too. So I've been doing it for longer, I think. So, but no, it should be fun. That'll be on Sunday. So I'll be on the road on Monday. I'm going to figure out a way to at least maybe send in my congratulations to Beyond the Bench or Blake or
Live at 5.
Live at 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry about sending it in if you all win. Don't worry about it.
I'll let Vic and Dave. Dave's the reason why we're going to win it anyway. He carried the whole summer. So
all I want, though, is
step in and take the award.
No matter what happens, we're up. The Cromwell's up for 6 awards. I just want a bunch of trophies on the live stream on Monday.
Well, we're locked in for best talk show.
Well, we're going to get one.
Somebody's going to get one.
Somebody's getting one.
Yeah.
Kristen's getting one too.
Tell you what, though, today was really cool. Big shout out to Vass for coming on board and making it possible. The Jonathan Moss decision. It was short and sweet, but it's good to see.
Jonathan does.
He was just talking with his game on the court, and that's the leadership that he brings. But Chattanooga is getting a good one today, man.
They are.
Talk about it a little bit.
I'm just really proud of him. And Coach Hayden's going to sub in here in just a second and probably going to echo everything that I say, but it's just, I've known him for so long. Caden, my son, has been great friends with him since 2nd grade. So the kid's been over eating my oatmeal pies since 2nd grade.
Have you been keeping a list for NIL money that you have? Hey, here's what you owe me.
It is the bill.
It's longer than the Santa Claus list that Kylie has. I told him I may not catch him on this first NIL, but the second go around when I'm gonna hit him up for a little bit with some oatmeal pie refunds. But just really so proud of it. The kid has never been entitled. He hasn't, for as great as he is, and he's a great player. One of the best, if not the best player in the state right now. And he's always in my opinion, he's always had to prove himself. Someone has always doubted him, and someone locally. And I'm not. This is not a tongue in cheek. I'm not saying you all did. Someone, whether it be coaches around the region or some other media outlet or junior all-stars or the list goes on and on.
Sure.
They've said he's too small. He can't shoot. He doesn't defend well enough. He's not going to rebound enough. He does this, he does that. And just every year he just continues to dominate those people that say that or dominate the words that happens. And he does it. He doesn't talk about it.
No,
he just goes out there.
I haven't heard that one. He's 51% shooter from the field.
I was going to say that's the new. And if you don't think he can defend, go back and get the Butler County, Davis County game this past year at Butler County. That's as well as anybody's guarded Ty Price ever.
It is. And when he locks in, guys, I mean, it's been a career of him making plays, and it's not just him. Like, he has made everyone around him better every time that he puts on a uniform, whether it be an AAU uniform or a Davis County uniform. Everybody around him immediately gets better.
What I really love is, the announcement goes out. We live streamed it. Thank you, Jonathan Moss, for allowing us to do that. But the Chattanooga Mocs, their message boards,
their message board
went nuts, and we got him, and he's ours. I mean, they talk about this is a guy they really wanted.
They did,
and I hate to tell people this. This kid's a legitimate, and if he's not, then it's because of bias. This kid's a legitimate Mr. Basketball candidate, and it's not close.
He is, and I'm not going to start with excuses because I'm not that type of person. But we all know. I think you even alluded to it one time about the Golden Triangle. Western Kentucky doesn't get respect for basketball and never has, and I don't understand it. I really don't. But if Jonathan isn't seriously in the top 1 or 2, then there is a complete bias that needs to be overhauled.
Kind of like not making the junior team.
Yeah, that is just so ridiculous that it's not even worth talking about.
Yeah. But it kind of invalid. I mean, no disrespect to anyone on the team because we had a guy on the squad, right?
Right.
But it just kind of invalidates it, a little bit.
Right.
But that's all right. We'll get him on the senior team.
That's right.
There you go.
They won't make that same mistake twice.
No.
You
want to beat Indiana,
right?
You better have him players on the team, right? But I love it because he's just so even keeled. Just such a. Even when you're going through tough times on the court or if he's thriving on the court, it's the exact same kid. I mean, always his expression never changes, demeanor never changed. He's just cold-blooded. I mean, just can tell very goal-oriented. And this summer, I called it the summer of Jonathan Moss because everywhere he went, man, you could just get on Twitter and any big major recruiting service was talking about him wherever he was at. And the colleges saw it, and it was good for him to have multiple opportunities. It's got to be a blessing for him.
It was, and he did really well during the whole recruitment process. It was a first for Neil, myself, his family, because we talked about this on Beyond the Bench. In the NIL age,
completely different.
Things are just different.
They are.
And mid-majors and even high mid-majors recruit differently than what they did. I mean, who would have ever thought 10 years ago that a school would have come to you and said, hey, I don't want to see you here in 2 years? Like, that's their recruiting ploy now is go get paid somewhere else. Like, go dominate here at this particular school and then move on to bigger and better things.
I think you were telling me off the air and something that, Chattanooga's where he ended up. His coach basically told you and John Moss, if you're here after 4 years, one of us is really screwed up and probably won't be here.
Yes. Yeah, basically said somebody's going to get fired, either me or you.
There you go. That's just the way it works now.
Right.
Fair enough. No, and it was a pleasure to be here for the big announcement. I've been, like I said, I've been watching that kid put shots up for a very long time, and
it's amazing that it's
happy
all
for his
come
family
to full fruition. It just shows you that time, it just goes by, man.
It sure does.
It's unbelievable to think that he's a senior coming in. But thank you all again for it. This is great. The whole setup was great. We got you mentioned it, Vic, on the Chattanooga message boards. Like they linked.
They had a watch party there.
Had a watch party.
Yeah,
it's cool to be able to do that.
Ball State did too. I'm sure they turned it off. But
oh man.
Well, the I will say, hey, the best compliment I can give Jay Moss is he makes Brad Payne look good, and when you can do that, that's all. That's it.
Hey, I mean, you can make me look smart, boys. You're damn good.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like, it makes me feel great. Brad, thanks so much,
Thank you
man,
all. Thank you all.
for giving us some time.
Yep.
And good luck on Sunday. I'll be sitting at the same table.
Hey,
I
I'm
think.
going to House of Como, guys.
There you go. Enjoy.
Safe travels. Safe travels. Let's get Coach Neil Hayden to just jump in here a little bit. It's a big day for Davis County basketball, obviously, and a big day for Jonathan Moss and one of the best in the area right here, the reigning third region champion.
It is the reigning third region championship coach.
How you doing, Coach Hayden?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank
Good,
you.
man. Good. Speaking of time going by, I mean, I remember interviewing you when we first started the Homers. It's been like, 13 years ago or something.
Yeah,
now, man.
this
it seems like yesterday, right?
This will be year 24 in coaching. Yeah.
That's unreal.
It's awesome, man.
Does it seem that long?
Yes.
Are there days it seems that long?
You just need to look underneath my eyes. Yeah. No, it's I've known Jonathan since he was in diapers when I was at Apollo coaching his brother. And then, like, my daughter's here as a sophomore. My son will be a sixth grader or is a sixth grader at Davis Middle. Life is moving fast.
It does.
Real fast.
You're talking about that. I can remember, calling games, whether it be, I think at that time it was back for TV. And then when the game was over, there'd be this little bitty kid, and he'd be out there shooting baskets. And you're like, man, who is it? And then you find out it was little John Moss.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been doing, ever since he could walk, as he's been on the floor somewhere.
And what's cool is now you've got his family that's coming with little boys doing the same thing. And they were all here tonight. It's really neat.
For the people listening at home or watching on the live stream, we've seen him. They saw him play at the third region tournament. They've watched him play 3 or 4 years. But, I know during the kid, maybe you talked about what it was, what he was like as a person. Talk about that a little bit, because he is a really special, probably a better person than he is basketball player. And we've seen how good he is.
He's amazing. He's the coach's dream because he's consistent on who he is. His friends now are his friends from second grade. And I think that just says a lot about him, that he treats people right. He's loyal. He's honest. He's a great teammate. He's for us as coaches, he's an extension of us on the floor. And the amount of time, truly my only criticism of him is he has cost me hours of my time with my family.
You gotta keep staying in the gym.
Yeah, he stays in the gym. And just being around him in the hallways and seeing how he conducts himself, like, he's not a guy, even with the amount of, if it's 15 offers, then there's been 15 other schools to contact him. And then there's been that many probably blowing my phone up at some point, wanting to get around him. And he's stayed steady this entire time. I can't imagine if I were in his shoes, my ego I wouldn't be able to fit through a door.
I deal with Stephen A. Turner every day. That's all you need to know, Coach.
Big ego here, no doubt. But no, underrated qualities as a player. I feel like he doesn't get talked about. We mentioned with Brad his defense. I mean, just he's a dog. I mean, whatever you need him to do. I mean, early on, I think it was distributing the basketball. There's been a couple games where you needed to lean on his scoring a little bit.
Well, I think there was a district game. It may have been the Owensboro district game where he only scored like maybe with 2 minutes left, but he had 15 assists because they were trying to take him away on a double team.
Well, I say this about him, and I've had to talk to him about what I think of his game, and there's an old school flavor to him, and he can do whatever move you want to imagine. That's modern day basketball. He does it. But the Isaiah Thomases of the world, the John Stocktons of getting assists and making people better, it's his game. In the world of today of people training and doing all these one-on-one moves and not learning how to space and move and create for other people, he is a throwback. In Chattanooga, I know people may not know a lot about Chattanooga basketball. Coach Earl is brilliant. Plays a Princeton style with an open concept style that it's a lot of 5-out. It's a lot of pace and space, and people can do their homework and just search on podcasts and find him. And his level that he has had with guards is been great. But he also knows he's getting a guard that makes their program even better because of how they play.
And I think that speaks volumes that a coach with those kind of accolades would be beating the door down. I mean, and these Final Four schools, I mean, they really have been beating the door down. They all wanted him desperately, and I think that just speaks volumes of the player that he is.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
it's
Coach,
going to be fun to watch this upcoming season.
It is. That's what I was going to get to next is, the upcoming season. We're just trying to formulate the matchups through the tournament season, but focus on the Davis County Panthers here. Is you guys will come in champions, so it puts a little bit of a target on your back, obviously, and talk about the expectations and what you've seen from this group early on.
Nowadays with June, you pretty much have a season within a 4-week span. We went out and played the best in the state, and I know that doesn't mean anything when we get to games in December, but it gave us a benchmark of what we know we need to work on. And, I'll put us up there with anybody in the state. And, you can get into defending champs. Like, we've not approached it that way. This is every year in high school is its own season. I've loved what the Philadelphia Eagles have been saying publicly through their announcements, and that, I think for us, it's let's get better today. Let's figure out how to win the day that we're at. And I know that sounds like coach talk, and it is, but we know we've got to make sure that people are going to want to come out and play, so we've got to be ready and handle our part. But we've approached it that way since I've been here. Last year we were frustrated that we weren't repeating champs then. So I think our guys understand that we want to give our best effort to win every game we play, but also there's some guys that get some bigger things on their mind too.
Yeah, and you get to Rupp Arena once. You taste it that one time. You look back at the Owensboro team that won state in 2015. They went in 2014, faced a really good Trinity team out of the gate and lost, but it was a learning experience. You guys played a great crossing team.
Well, who lost the year before, too, at the Rupp Arena.
Right. And so now it gives you a little bit of experience and gives you a little chip on your shoulder to get back to that level.
Life is trial and error. I think whatever we want, relate that to sports or something else. So, for us, when we got done with that great crossing game, and even when we got back, when our first time that we got in the gym, you could tell that there was a burning thing in their minds of, hey, that wasn't how we wanted to represent. I still think, which we had a tough draw, but I still think we were one of the best teams in the state, especially from the offensive side. So, I think our guys understand that they want to do more. I don't think we have a collection of guys even beyond Jonathan that are content, and they're going to say, all right, we did that. Well, let's check it in. I think if anything, it's made them hungry to get to do it again. And I'll say that as a coach, I was furious after the great crossing game. I didn't leave that game and think, man, we did it. That's great. Great for our school, great for the region, great for the district. I'm not wired that way, and I've got a team of guys that aren't wired that way either.
Well, looking forward to it. Those comments alone to get you fired up and ready to go. We still got a little football left, but it won't be long, man. Basketball will be rolling right around.
It never ends.
I'm sure it never does for you, right?
Yeah.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on a great day. I thought the turnout here was incredible. Appreciate you guys letting us do it and putting a big spotlight on the decision.
Thank you all. I think Jay's a big deal, and I'm biased, but for you all to come in and think that much of him and have to do it here, which I like. I'm very appreciative of you.
Yeah.
No, thanks for letting us do it. It's a privilege and something we look to do more throughout the region, you know, with the new live stream of doing this, being able to do this. And I think it's just another platform us to put who we think are some of the most overlooked student athletes in, you know, in not only in the state, but like in the tri-state area. The bigger spotlight we can put on, that's what we're here for.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you all.
Appreciate you, Coach Hayden, and good luck this upcoming season.
Thank you.
We'll tell you what, pause it for Karen Gross, realtor with RE/MAX Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. You can find her on Facebook or search her at KarenGross.net. Hey, coming up, we're going to talk a little KWC Reds. It's Wesleyan Wednesday.
It's Wesleyan Wednesday.
It's been a whirlwind here at Davis County. We're going to get the new coach Jacob Lawrence in here with us. So we'll talk a little fantasy football and the high school level today as well. We got some high school scoreboard. We got some true or false. We got a big show lined up for you and a little time to get it in. So we'll be right back here live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
When you work at Commonwealth Road Products, it's not about just making things possible, it's about making things safe. People who work at Commonwealth Road Products believe.
We know how a serious injury can change your life forever. If you've been injured, the attorney you choose to represent you is critical. Put our reputation and resources to work for you. Let us fight your battles and wage your wars. Find out why FWH Legal is an award-winning personal injury law firm. Foreman Watson Holtry, headed to justice. FWH.
This fall on the road at Vast Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, power meets unbeatable savings.
Don't wait. Right now, get 3.9% financing for 72 months and 15% off MSRP on select new Ram models.
Strength, speed, or family power, we've got your ride this season of adventure.
The Drive in the Fall sales event, only at Vast Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Your deal, your ride, don't miss it. Enjoy the ride.
F-150. Plus, Ford is offering $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2-year, 25,000-mile premium maintenance included. Ford also announced super low lease specials on most new 2025 Ford vehicles, including Bronco and Bronco Sport. Stop by Champion today or shop in your jammies online at championowensboro.com.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You know, we will not allow anyone to deter us from what we are committed to. And we're committed to standing up for people and businesses who find themselves needing a voice because of legal issues. Our attorneys have the resolve it takes to stand up when tested without flinching in the face of adversity. We are Foreman Watson Holtry, and we're dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Sports Country is celebrating 10 years. In the last 10 years, we've seen the rise of social media, a pandemic, and in sports, we saw the rise of new rivalries, the creation of the transfer portal. For Sports Country, they saw a location change in Owensboro and the addition of a second location in Bowling Green. Sports Country says thank you for supporting them for 10 years as they celebrate all month long. Sports Country, 317 Park Plaza Drive, behind Shammy's Car Wash, Owensboro's #1 sports fan store. Search for them on Facebook for events and specials.
Backed by popular demand, Legendary Pools and Spas by John Maurice is here. If John has built your pool or spa in the past and it needs service, repairs, or just a little attention, he's ready to take care of you. He'd love to hear from his former customers, and if you're new, now is the perfect time to see why his work is legendary. Call Legendary Pools and Spas by John Maurice at 270-316-1007. Reconnecting with customers, one pool at a time.
And now, more Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Big thanks to Davis County High School for letting us stay late.
Yeah,
Hayden's going to stay late.
Yeah, whenever we had to set this up, I was like, we would be more than happy to do this, but it's going to be really tough to tear everything down and get back to the Floor Concept Studios. And so he's like, hey, just do Live at 5 here. And it just, listen, that's the great thing about the third region is the coaches, really work well with us as far as wanting to do what we're trying to do here. And it was well worth doing it for Jonathan.
No doubt. And for you Catholic fans that are coming to Old Hickory at 6:30, just bear with me because I'll be coming in hot.
You are going to come in hot. I mean, we got to break down some stuff and get you on the road.
Left work, picked my daughter up, got her home, got here. There's some crazy commotion on the bypass, so I barely made it here for the announcement. Got set up for Live at 5, and then it's right to Old Hickory. and then maybe about 8 o'clock tonight I'll
Still feeds you though, so that's a good thing.
They do that. They do a very good job at that. Look forward to it all day on Wednesdays. But it's Wesleyan Wednesday.
It is Wesleyan Wednesday
today. Jacob Lawrence, a brand new head wrestling coach at Kentucky Wesleyan. Welcome to Live at 5, my man.
Hey, thanks, guys.
And coming in kind of obviously coming in hot, right?
There you go.
Kind of like me, right? Just got to Owensboro 3 weeks ago, but coming in from William Woods, Missouri. Like, give us a little bit of background on yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Minnesota. Started wrestling when I was 4 years old, and I was the youth coach. I was able to follow a group from 4 years old through graduation. I was their high school coach. They had some success, and then I was ready for another challenge. Went to William Woods in Fulton, Missouri. Their NAIA institution. Started the men and women's program ground up. And then this opportunity came, and one team. I was excited for that.
You know, and I think people, and I know I did this because, I was here, born and raised here in Owensboro. I went to school up in Anderson, Indiana. And, this is, a long time ago. I'm an old man. But even then, when I got to Anderson, the first thing I realized was you get up north of Kentucky, wrestling's a whole different world. I mean, everybody, all the football players wrestled. Everybody I hung out with was wrestlers. You up in Minnesota, I mean, that's like almost like having it being, Southern SEC football up there.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota, definitely one of the top 7-8 states in the country for wrestling. And women's wrestling has grown tremendously. In Missouri, they're kind of like Kentucky. Kentucky's definitely getting a lot.
It's getting there.
It is.
We got Union County now. It's like you just got to go out there to Union County.
I'm excited. There's a lot of talent here at home, and that's kind of how I recruit. The first year at William Woods, I had to kind of take whoever I could from all over the country. But when I've got here, our program's been established, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, and you have experience in creating a program from the ground up. So, and not that Wesleyan needs to be created from the ground up, but to put your stamp on it, kind of coming in late, so you have a little bit of experience in that. I mean, what have you seen from the group that's currently there at Wesleyan?
Yeah, we currently have 14 guys on the roster, but they work hard, and they've been great to me coming in. That's always hard, having a coach before me. And I didn't recruit any of these guys.
Sure. Right.
There were a few kids that were going to go to William Woods that decided to come to Wesleyan, but at the end of the day, we're all learning together, right? About me, what our standards are, and then myself about them.
And then what was the common denominator to get you to Wesleyan? You talk about it came open, but we were talking off the air, and it's kind of a neat story.
Yeah, it really is. Jason Vitoni, who you guys had the pleasure of on your show last week, he was actually the athletic director that brought me to William Woods. And then this opportunity came. He reached out to me, and I jumped on it.
Man, you gotta love it, man. That vision from Mr. Vitoni, just out there making those contacts. When you see that success, the guy had success elsewhere. Let's bring the success where he's currently
at. Not to put too much pressure on him. You are his first hire. You gotta show. I'm not trying to. If you bomb all of a sudden, you make Jason look bad. I'm just letting you know that, Coach.
No, and I understand that. Good thing the tennis coach started a week.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you're number 2. My bad.
Right.
All right, there you go. Second hire.
But I think looking at I'm always, that's a negative, right? I'm always looking at the positive, and I'll say that if he, if that is one of his first hires, I think that shows the confidence that he has in
without a doubt
in the job that you've done. One thing that I know that stuck out to me when I was looking at your bio a little bit is academic All-Americans. And I know that rings true at Kentucky Wesleyan, whether it's community service or academic All-Americans in the classroom. Wesleyan's at the forefront.
The Wesleyan way.
And you already kind of bring that in. Talk about that in your program a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that we have to do. You're a student first, right? Like athletes second. At the end of the day, wrestling's hard enough the way it is, but then you put athletics, the regimen of going to class, do those things. There's an expectation of doing things the right way. We talk about that, but getting your degree, going across that stage with your diploma, that's the number one thing for us. We want to win, don't get me wrong, but that comes first.
And wrestling is you have to be so disciplined because, when you're trying to make weight and you're trying to do this, that's got to be, in college when your buddies are out running around and doing whatever. It kind of follows right in with academics because you've got to be so disciplined with what you put in your body and making sure you're making weight.
It's a sacrifice. That's the word. Like, you said it, but they can only do this for a short period of time. So, they came here for a reason. and I'm going to help them get to where they want to go.
Yeah, man. Before we get you out of here, man, the vision for the program. You know, as you accepted the job, now you're here. But I know you've probably laid out a plan in your mind. You know, what are some of the things you're looking to highlight as your vision here as the coach of Kentucky Wesleyan?
Well, it's growth and development, right? Control what you can control. I know the last coach that you just had, that basketball coach, it's the same thing. It's all cliche, but we really break it down, make it simple. Our conference, one of the toughest in the country. We know that. And then our super region, like the toughest in the country. I think 5 teams in there were top 11 in the country. So at the end of the day, you know, we just got to compete and we have to learn on the fly. But that's what's exciting. We get to wrestle the best. That's why I'm here.
That's right. That's right, man. And you know, we've had some guys in, you know, with the team, and I'm sure when the season fires up, we'll have you back in and some guys on the squad. But it feels like just the dedication has been there. There's been some success in the program. It's not like you're just starting at the bottom trying to work your way up. I think you have a decent foundation with some of the guys you have returning to the roster.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 seniors, fantastic leadership, 3 sophomores, 9 freshmen. So we're young, right? But our senior leadership, and you're right, they have had success. This is not a ground up, start over kind of thing. It's just we want to continue to add to that tradition and like you said, leave our stamp on it.
Yeah, and leave your stamp on it like J.J. McCarthy left his stamp on the game.
You became a super fan, and he walks in purple.
Well,
he's like a Wesleyan.
I'm from Minnesota. He's like, well, I heard you. I know you're a J.J. fan. So we already bonded on that, man. And you got to be excited, man, as a Vikings fan, right? Born and raised in Minnesota, right? So.
Correct, yeah. 42 years of my life there. A lot of ups and downs.
Mostly downs.
But that was definitely exciting to see.
Yeah, no, and man, it's nice to meet you, and good to know that the wrestling program's in good hands. Looking forward. When you guys get started?
Our first event, we are at we're in West Virginia on November 1st at the Glenville State Invite.
There you go. So you got a little bit of time to prepare November 1st, but around that time, somewhere around Thanksgiving or so, around between there and Christmas, we'll get you guys back on and maybe bring a couple of wrestlers with you.
I'd appreciate that.
Reach out to Cooker of Deliciousness because he's a huge wrestling fan. That's all I can tell you.
Cooker Deliciousness.
He's not here. We had him on Live at 5. He cooked for Oklahoma State.
His son wrestles at Union County. Yeah.
Look, reach out to Cooker of Delicious. Let him feed your guys.
You get fed and you get great wrestling down there.
There you go. There you go. That's all I know.
Coach, man, thank you so much for giving us some time and coming out here to Davis County. I know it was a little different today. Normally we'll be in the studio, but good luck to you, man.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy Owensboro.
Thank you.
Make sure that they treat you well. That's coming down from Minnesota. I tell you what, we'll pause it right there. When we come back, we're going to do a little high school fantasy football leaders. I got more waiver wire pickups. One's already been transactioned today, so I'm way ahead.
Well, the transactions don't go through to tomorrow.
Well, they've been placed. The waiver claims have been placed. We're going to talk about it next. Live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
Hawkins Avenue PLLC is a full-service architectural firm providing design services for K-12 education, business, healthcare, industrial, religious, hospitality, and mercantile projects across the state. Our motto is design-focused, service-based, and feel it nothing less than mandatory to provide a service to our clients that exceeds our expectations. With a combined 30-plus years of experience, the team at Hawkins Avenue is the architectural firm you need for your next project. Located in Beaver Dam, give Jeremiah or Kyle a call at 270-363-2235.
This is Jalen Darty, the voice of the McLean County Cougars. Did you know the McLean County Public Library is your gateway to a world of knowledge? Discover the latest bestsellers, dive into fun community workshops, or explore the e-library anytime, anywhere. Visit McLeanCEOPublicLibrary.com for a full schedule of events, or give them a call at 270-278-9184 to learn more. Come turn the page on your next adventure at the McLean County Public Library.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties. With the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors, access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Life happens fast, but with the right insurance, you can be ready for anything. At Home Mutual Insurance, we've been protecting homes and autos for generations. Whether it's storm damage, a fender bender, or just peace of mind, we've got you covered. Located at 532 Main Street in Tell City, our team is ready to find the perfect policy for you. Call 812-547-2363 or stop by for a free quote. Because at Home Mutual Insurance, we treat you like family.
Step into serenity and rejuvenation at the Salt Room, where health and relaxation merge into a tranquil setting. Immerse yourself in our Himalayan Salt Room, soak up the benefits in our infrared sauna, or breathe deeply at our Oxygen Bar. Located at 1148 Main Street in Tell City, it's perfect for those seeking relief from respiratory conditions or anyone looking for a serene spot to unwind and indulge in self-care. Follow us on Facebook for more information. Then treat yourself to an exceptional experience at the Salt Room, where your wellness journey awaits.
Need some killer custom printing? All Authentic Prints has got you covered. We're right here in Owensboro, rocking everything from screen printing and embroidery to high-tech digital designs like DTF and DTG. And guess what? We don't just stop at printing. Looking for some eye-catching signage? Whether it's banners, vehicle decals, or window decals, we're here to make your vision pop. Come on down to 2408 New Hartford Road and check us out. All Authentic Prints, your go-to spot for all your custom print needs.
Hey y'all, it's Kelly Ann Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here at Davis County High School, Mobile Floor Concept Studios. And big shout out, man, there to Coach Lawrence coming in here. I'm a big fan of that guy.
Oh, I mean, listen, one, y'all
First
just
he wowed me with the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, I know. Y'all
stuff
bonded over J.J. McCarthy. It was a love affair for the people,
right
listening at home. I had to sit in here and listen to
the NFL Offensive Player of the Week.
He should have
J.J.
been.
McCarthy.
He should have been. I don't know. Maybe Josh Allen.
I don't know.
I'm probably Josh Allen.
I'm like, it was the Bears. I'm trying to tone it down a little bit, but no. In all seriousness, after he took a very good interest in the show. He loved listening to. Listen, if you can flatter me to death. I'm just going to be honest. I really enjoyed talking to him in all seriousness, and that's a great hire, man, from Coach for Tony for coming in and right off the bat, man, new tennis coach, new wrestling coach, and putting a little bit of a foundation down.
There you go.
Maybe it didn't end great before, but you just turn the page, and that's college athletics, right? Yep. Every year is a brand new season. Yep. I mean, kind of like what Coach Hayden said. But let's move it over to high school football fantasy, man, and I hate to toot my own horn here, but actually I don't. I'm 3-0.
You are 3-0.
Am I the only 3-0 team?
Only 3-0 team right now.
Well, guys, I didn't do anything except put you in position to succeed.
I will say, hold on.
These guys let me get Carruthers and Miles Edge.
There is a caveat.
Yeah.
Okay, because we did the things off the KHSA website.
Yeah.
All right, Brad.
Did I lose?
No, Brad beat. It's not your game. Brad beat Dan by 5.1 points. All right, and Dan says, "Hold on, Davis County's things are wrong because they didn't fill out a full stat sheet."
I saw that. Yeah.
And so there's this argument, right? Not an argument, but now we have to figure out
a dispute.
Yeah. Do you go off of the unofficial stats that Dan had? Do we have to wait till they put the KHSA website stats up? Do I need to reach out to Coach Q?
Trust Dan has a good stat guy.
He does. I do. Go reach out to Coach Q and get because Dan may be 3-0.
You may have to reach out to Coach Q
because there was nothing on there for their tailback.
Yeah.
And Dan says he ran for 61 yards, which would be 6 points.
Yeah,
and caught a pass.
You might have to verify with Coach
I will.
Q.
I'll have to reach out. So there may be two guys 3-0.
Fair enough. So let's get the fantasy leaders.
Who do you think had the most points? Just
I
off
think
the
I
top
already
of your head.
saw it.
Okay. Have you seen all of them?
No.
Send to number 1. We'll start at number 5.
Okay, let's start at 5.
Okay.
And I think the winner was Bolden, but don't tell me.
Number 5. How about this one? I don't know if I'd ever seen this in fantasy football. Number 5 was Lucas Beyer from Tell City.
Okay.
The quarterback, 32.6 points.
32.6. How about that? The Tell City quarterback is balling.
I know he is.
I don't even have him on my waiver wire pickup. Does somebody have him?
Yes, Caleb has him.
Okay. Well, of course he does.
So
the former voice of Southern Indiana. Well, who is this? You have a top 7.
I do. Well,
I'm cheating. I'm looking at your
anybody
list.
over 30 points I put on the list.
Fair enough. Well, let's get those guys in. I want
Number
to get all
7,
these names
JT Edge. Off
He
the
deserves
bench,
to be on there.
31.9 points to lead my team to victory. I got a little help, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Then at number 6, of course, Miles Edge, 32.1, ran for over 200
I drafted
yards.
you at number 8, bro.
I know.
Come on.
Then we got Byer. And then how about number 4? Let's go down to Butler County and get Brody Dockery, 35.5 points. And on Jalen's bench to help me beat him by like 8 points.
I feel bad for Jalen, man. That bench is giving him all kinds of trouble.
Then number 3, Jet Goldsberry. Just another ho-hum day at 36.6
Come on,
points.
Jet, you're going to have to pick it up, bud. And third, I mean,
and then,
how many get 36.6?
Yes.
Pedestrian
day for Jet. Yes. Then at number 2, how about Caden Richardson down there at Butler? 44.5 points.
I think he might be the breakout star.
I think so. And then number 1, it was Aiden Bolden, 46.3 points on the day, on the week.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And Bolden finally getting that breakout game that we've been looking for. And, we joke about our teams, but in all actuality, this is really just a way to highlight more student athletes as much as we possibly can. Help the kids have as much fun with it as we do, arguing about it in the group chat.
I will say this. I want to give a big – because they weren't over 30, but they were pretty darn close. Hancock County's defense put up like 29 points.
Man. And Todd's got them, I'm sure.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Let's let Todd back into the club, man. I mean, he's got your defense. I mean, come on. That shows a lot of faith.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go to the waiver wire potentials, right? I mean, I try not to get the same guys I got last week because that would be kind of boring. So I looked out there and I'm just thinking, what spot you need. It just really depends. Let's start with Heritage Hills running back Jackson Smith. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, this is kind of how I play fantasy, right? Who gets the most opportunities in an explosive offense? Well, he's got 27 carries this season. He's over 100 yards. He's been in the end zone twice. Mm-hmm. So if something comes up, maybe a running back goes down, you need another guy to step in, and you can't go wrong with anybody on the Heritage Hills offense.
They're averaging 63 points a game.
No doubt. And so Jackson Smith would be a name there from the Patriots. How about Tell City? They going into the year, if you told me they would have had 5 to 6, capable starters on a fantasy team with 8 fantasy league with 8 teams, I wouldn't have believed you. But Bishop Wilson, how about that guy?
Put over 100 yards last week and a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, so rocking and rolling there. And so another running back. And the name, this one hurts me a little bit because he was on my roster and I let him go.
Yes.
I let him walk, and I regret it. And I was going to reclaim him this week until Jalen swooped in, and he's 0-3. So he's going to have the waiver dibs.
He's going to have the waiver dibs on that one.
It's Amaje Badger.
Yeah, Badger. Yep. And
I expected a very explosive start from Badger. Hey, here's the deal. It took a couple weeks, but the Badger that I knew would showed up this past week.
Yeah, 2 touchdown catches and like 5 catches.
So this is real talk. I'm just going to be real. It's Evil Hair. It's on you, bro, because I rode with you. I'm the voice of the Aces, so I rode with Hudson Evil Hair. Now, granted, he's been in the end zone a couple times.
Oh, he did.
He's not I'm not saying he's playing bad.
No.
But now, for the rest of the season, it's going to be like, oh, did I make the right decision, E-Badger? So it'll be fun.
I'll give you another one is the running back of Henderson.
He jumped right in. I missed Henderson, of course.
Yeah. 100. I think he had 127 yards, 130 yards against, Bryan Station and a touchdown, or Henry Clay and a touchdown. Now, the one thing about Henderson you always get to look at is they play such a tough schedule.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to look at that, too.
Where's the opportunities? How about, I think Dan picked him up, but T. Green.
Yes.
Was a guy that kind of burst on the scene on Friday night and showed out. You got Muhlenberg County. How about Muhlenberg County having more than like 2 or 3 rosterable kids? And that, to me, that's a huge step in the right direction. They got another winnable game this week. So if you're looking to add some points, Dalen Hawker would be a good get.
That'd be a good one. That'd be another good running back.
2 rushing touchdowns. He's caught a touchdown as well. And I'll tell you, I don't know whose rosters they're on, but we're right here at Davis County. I figured it'd be a good way to close the fantasy segment, because if you're a Garrison Barker owner, a Ridge Roberts owner, or a Jace Hunt owner, you're playing Christian County this week, and you're going to put up numbers.
Going to put up numbers. So well, a couple of those.
Put them in the line. That's not necessarily a waiver wire. That's a start and sit situation. Start all 3 of those guys, guaranteed.
Well, all 3 of those are on roster. But I do want to talk about, we talk about our Kellyanne Harris, the Harris Group stat leaders. Talk about Jace Hunt. I think you would be surprised if I told you that Jace Hunt right now in catches, how about tied for second in the region?
In receptions?
With 16 receptions. Nice. Who do you think leads the region?
Man, that's tough. Not the kid out of Butler County, is it?
No, he's at 4. No, Landon Bratcher with 20.
Landon Bratcher. It just hit me. Yeah, it's Landon Bratcher.
Bratcher with 20. Xavier Maddox and Jace Hunt tied at second with 16. Kevin Robbins down there at Butler County, 15.
I don't feel like we give Landon Bratcher
He doesn't
credit
get enough credit. No, he does not.
Just watching him play, he's really bulked up. I mean, it's steady kid. He's going to have a big rest of the season.
Well, he had 6 catches for 70 yards against Catholic, and he had 10 catches for well over 100 yards against Heritage Hills.
A quiet game.
It was.
But it wasn't a quiet game at all. It was a really good game by most high school receiver standards.
100%. If you look at the passing yards leaders, which is our other group for the Harris group, stat leaders, it's Carruthers that leads away in the ESPN Owensboro area, 605 yards. Who says Jet Goldsberry can't throw? Because he's number 2 right now at 443. I don't know.
If you said it, then text me, and I'm going to come to your house and I don't know.
Max is third at 413. And then how about a couple, Brady Eubanks at 381 and Brody Dockery at 357 at Butler, top 5.
That freshman's balling.
He is balling.
Butler's got a bright future. Bright
really
future.
Do.
Before we get to break, a couple things. First, got news last night that Coach Brandon Dennis has stepped down as the Apollo baseball coach. Big fan of Coach Dennis. Great job. You know, still got a little Apollo blood in me, right? I mean, you represented that program well. 65-33 in 3 seasons. He won a regional title and took that team to the Final Four. Hats off to Coach Dennis. I know the day job stuff gets in the way. Trust me, I can relate to that as much as anybody in the world. So, we'll see how it goes and who they put in that spot next.
It's I thought
it's late in the process.
It is late in the process, but he comes over, he wins the regional title a couple of years ago, takes them all the way to the Final Four, won multiple regional titles at Davis County. He's always been so good to us. He's always been great interviews at Media Day. I think he does such a great job.
Fan of his,
so I am a big fan of his too. Congratulations on a great high school baseball career, coaching-wise, Coach Dennis. And maybe as the other job settles down a little bit in the future, maybe this is not the last time you see him. I mean, maybe he comes back.
Or maybe he calls some games with us.
Calls a game.
Yeah, call a tournament game with us or something.
Get him on there. Yeah,
he's always been great. I remember when we did the homers and we were doing. He was coaching Davis County then, but out at Ohio County when they host, and he came on and did like a whole deal with us. And it was a lot of fun, man.
The interview we did with him at Hancock County after they beat Muhlenberg is one of the best interviews. It's tremendous.
Well, he looked like a genius because every string he pulled worked to perfection. Right?
Not just that game, the entire tournament, everything worked. And we were able to joke with him about we question this and question that. He's like, well, sometimes they work out. That's just the way it works.
He never gave himself credit. He was just like, hey, sometimes you get lucky.
But congratulations on a great carear, Coach Dennis.
And I don't like to do this on Live at 5, but I feel like it's necessary to at least pray for the country. I mean, so much bad stuff, man. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Just the country needs God. I mean, that's just what it boils down to. And it's a rough day. It's hard to focus on sports, but that's why I like to do Live at 5 because it can take your mind off all the other stuff that's going on. But, man, just pray for the country.
I'll say this, too, and whether you like him, don't like him, whatever side political aisle you're on.
Well, it's not just that. Pray for school shooting.
Right, but pray for also the Kirk family, too. Yeah. I mean, because that is
it's heartbreaking.
Whether, the guy was a husband and had small girls, and then, he's shot and killed, and then the school shooting, too. So, yeah, definitely pray.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Man, I just feel like the country just desperately needs God. I mean, it needs prayer. So
they would be greatly helped if both sides, everybody just turned their TVs off.
Yes,
and that's all you got to do. Like you would be amazed of what you think of people when you're not listening to mainstream news.
Turn it off and take care of the person beside you.
100%.
Take care of your neighbors. That's for sure. When we come back, we'll do a little Above All Roofing, True or False, Live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
It's game on every weekday from 5 to 8 in the morning with Unsportsmanlike. Brought to you by Floor Concepts. Catch Evan, Canty, and Michelle breaking down the biggest stories, the boldest takes, and the realest reaction only on 102.7 The Game. Your home for ESPN Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. That's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 8 only on 102.7 The Game.
Dano's Cigar Lounge is proud to bring you our annual Stogie Fest and 4-year anniversary party Saturday, September 20th at noon. Enjoy an unforgettable day packed with 3 of the industry's top cigar lines, with reps on site offering exclusive deals, swag items, food, and giveaways. Don't miss your chance to celebrate with us at Dano's Cigar Lounge on Highway 54. Mark your calendars and join the celebration on Saturday, September 20th. Dano's Cigar Lounge. Smoke, sip, socialize.
We haul the weight, we climb the hills, we handle the mess and still show up strong. At Vass, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we see you, the women who grind, hustle, and never take the easy road. You need a ride that matches your fire, a Ram that works as hard as you do, a Jeep that eats dirt and keeps rolling. We're not here to sell you a car. We're here to back your mission, whatever it looks like. Vass, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, in Owensboro, built for the bold, powered by grit, driven by women who don't quit. Your road, your rules, start at Vass.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You know, we will not allow anyone to deter us from what we are committed to. And we're committed to standing up for people and businesses who find themselves needing a voice because of legal issues. Our attorneys have the resolve it takes to stand up when tested without flinching in the face of adversity. We are Foreman Watson Holtry, and we're dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. With competitive low interest rates and no application or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
This message is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
If hunger's calling you, go to Moonlight Barbecue. Stop in today, eat their buffet. You'll be satisfied and on your way. It's down on Parish Avenue. That's Moonlight Barbecue.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Mobile Studio at Davis County High School, wrapping things up. And I want to get into a little bit of above all roofing, true or false.
I'm all for it, yeah.
Before I hightail it over to Owensboro Catholic, Jason Moore's coach's show at Old Hickory.
You can hear that over in K News.
That's right.
But it also come out. Y'all had great crowds the last few weeks out there.
Yeah, last 2 weeks ago was incredible. Last week, pretty good. And I got no complaints, man. Just big shout out to everybody for coming out and supporting.
It's rivalry week. I expect a pretty good one.
Crowd
I expect
tonight.
a good one tonight and then tomorrow down at Goodwood.
And Coach Morris does an excellent job with it.
He does. It's a good show. I've listened to it the last 2 weeks. You guys really work well together.
Appreciate it, man. Let's move it to the above all roofing, true or false.
Need siding, roofing, window damage? Chris Estes at Above All Roofing get you taken care of. Yes, he can.
And my Twitter account doesn't have nearly the pull as the game's Twitter account because I tweeted out, hey, send me your true or false questions. Didn't get it, but from now on, I want to try to start putting that out.
I'll put it
Facebook.
out. Yep.
Actually, ChatGTP created that logo for me. I did include Above All Roofing on there. So
send it to me, and I'll make sure it's out.
And so we'll, since we're mobile here, we'll just get our own questions.
Yeah,
in.
and I've got a couple that I wrote off like 8 of them, and I forgot to print it off, but I can remember a lot of them. I'll let you start first.
We got about 8 minutes here before we got to take off, but I'm gonna start local.
Okay,
true or false? If the Owensboro Catholic Aces win Friday, they will be favored by double digits in every game the rest of the season.
False.
Ooh.
I think Bardstown and E-Town, I think it's tough to go double digits. Those are 2 good teams, too. So I think they'll be favored in every game, but I'm not going to go double digits in those 2.
I think it's true.
Okay. I mean, I can live with that, but I
think it's true.
Hancock County's already like saying, we got to play them too. But I'm just going. I like the Bardstown matchup. Bardstown's the week after Owensboro, and that one worries you a little bit.
It's a little bit of a letdown situation.
But you're back home, and that's where our tailgate will be that week. And
okay, good.
Yeah, you need a home.
I don't have to rush around.
No, you're going to be right
2
there.
weeks in a row, I don't have to. That's great.
Right there. We're going to go over there.
I have gotten good at rushing around. I'm going to keep it in that same tone because Owensboro fans are listening saying, whoa, ho, ho. We don't have to worry about that because the Devils are winning Friday night. So true or false, if we reverse that, same question for the Red Devils.
I'm going to also say false, and the only reason is because you got to go to Madisonville late in the year, and anytime you Madisonville is the only Madisonville is the only place where you get off the bus and you're farther down than you are in Henderson.
I agree with that.
I mean, because sometimes you don't have to get the ball in the end zone, and they call it a touchdown in Madisonville. You can fumble at like the 4, and they give it a touchdown.
True,
so I'm going to say that would be false.
They also have a kid named Hightower,
and he is pretty good.
darn good.
Yes, and so that would be the one that I would have to be worried about. So I'm going to say false on that also.
And Apollo? Double-digit favorites against Apollo?
I wanted to see what happens at Hancock County this week, and I'll tell you.
All right. Okay, the jury's still out, incomplete on that true, but you're going to say false overall.
I'm going to say false on both questions because, like I said, I think Bardstown and E-Town are really good matchups, and I think that Madisonville.
I got another good local one. I'm just going to throw it at you.
Okay, go ahead.
The local flavor. True. This is a good one. True or false? The entire top 5 in the Owensboro Health top 10 this upcoming week, this coming Tuesday. It will be undefeated just like it was this week. So we had 6 teams undefeated. Now Butler somehow dropped a spot to 7. So you got 6 undefeated teams right now. You got Heritage Hills, Owensboro Catholic, Hancock County, Tell City, Muhlenberg, and Butler. So when we go on the Live at 5 Owensboro Health Top 10 next week, all 5 teams in the top 5 are undefeated.
False. And the only reason I would say false is because I'm going to go – listen, Tell City's got a tough one.
They do.
Right? Because that's a team that's
North Posey.
North Posey's been very good. Hancock's got a tough one, Apollo.
They do.
And then, so the odds of all of those, like you
Catholic's got a tough one.
Catholic's got a tough one against Owensboro. And even
Heritage Hills plays Southridge, but I mean, I'd say they're heavy favorites.
So I'm going to say, you'd have to go, those teams would have to go 3-0. Is it possible? Yes, but if I was going to be a betting man, I would say false.
The funniest thing about this whole deal is the team we get, at least me, gives no respect to whatsoever.
Muhlenberg
is the biggest lock to be undefeated.
They are.
When we go back next week, I think.
I said 3 weeks. I said after they won week 1, they would be 4-0 by week 4.
I'm an Edmonson County guy. What can I say? They just barely they had it right there in their hands with 25 seconds to go and just couldn't push it across. What else we got?
True or false? This is going to be a UK football question. The UK coaching staff, true or false, are making a bigger. They're making a mistake by splitting practice 1 reps between Calzada and Boley. This should just be you hand it to Boley and turn the keys over to him.
It's true. They're making a huge mistake. Why would you name a kid your starter and then not give him all the reps?
He hadn't been named starter as of this morning.
Today. This afternoon, I believe.
He was named?
Who knows? I mean, you know how it is. There's so many fake Twitter accounts out there, but I thought this afternoon he was announced as the starter.
As a starter. And here's the thing, and I was going to say, I have too. I will say this. If you're going to name him the starter, you really can't go back to Calzada.
That's why I was
this
confused.
Has got to
I was
be.
like, he's a starter. Why are you splitting reps? But yeah.
Well, when I wrote this question, it was earlier today.
Sure.
He hadn't been named the starter.
Fair. Then, yeah, he's going to get all the reps now, I believe. And as he should. I mean, I think, like I said, 2 weeks ago when we did a true or false or LA5 or something, I told you Boley would be starting by week 3. So, and here we are. Week 3, and I believe he's going to be. Let's move it up to.
It did say that sources told Jack Roush, who we've had on the show a lot, that
Nick
Kentucky.
Roush?
Yeah, Nick Roush.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Jack Roush.
Yeah.
I think he was a
Jack Roush was the owner of the NASCAR team. Yeah,
has told Jack Roush that they expect to start Cutter Boley. I don't think he was named the starter, but he was expecting to start.
Expected? I mean, I don't know. It's Wednesday, bro. Like
I said, the one thing is once you make the move from Calzada, you got to go start
Kentucky to lose. No,
they're not going to lose
this week. I apologize.
Eastern Michigan got beat by Long Island.
Just kidding.
I got another one for you.
All right.
True or false, Steve? Let's go into this one here. True or false is the Phillies are now the overall favorite to win the World Series over the Dodgers.
Yeah, they should be.
You going true on that one?
True. They're the favorite. Will they win it? I don't know. I have no idea, but they're the best team in baseball.
Think so?
Yeah.
Even with Trey Turner, how long is he supposed to be out?
He'll be back. He'll be back, and our bench is deep enough to preserve. Man, that move for Harrison Bader was legit.
He didn't have that year last year with the Yankees already a couple of years ago.
He's just such a gamer, man. I loved what he brings to the table. I'll keep it right there. True or false, Kyle Schwarber will be a free agent at the end of the season. So true or false, at 32 years old, you feel comfortable paying him what he's going to get paid?
I would, if it's me.
Should the Phillies pay him? Forget the true or false. Should the Phillies pay Kyle Schwarber? Because it's going to be a massive contract at 32.
Here's what I would do. I would try to offer him a 3-year deal and put even more average annual value on it.
Make it shorter.
Make it short, maybe 4 years.
That's not what the Phillies do, though.
No, they
They'll
usually
give
make
Schwarber a 10-year deal. You know,
and
it's
spread
like
it out.
$300 million.
Right, because then 8 years from now, when the guy's like hitting 120, you're paying him $400.
Him and Bryce will be 40 years old and under contract. That's probably what will end up happening, to be honest. Okay, I'll keep it on the Schwarber camp. True or false? He's currently a 25-1 favor to win the MVP, long shot. Well, second, but I mean, Ohtani is that big of a favor. It's easy for me to say, right? Is that absurd? True or false?
True, it's absurd. He should be. I think Ohtani should probably be the
absurd?
favorite.
That's not a true or false question. It is absurd.
It is absurd.
True.
Yes, it's 100% true. It's absurd. You asked me, is it absurd?
I know.
Yes or no? Yes.
Is it absurd?
Yes, true. It is. It is absurd. I mean, the guy's had an unbelievable year. I worry. Now
the OPS is close. Ohtani's got him in batting average, but Kyle has ran circles around him in RBIs. He's got like 40 more RBIs.
But I thought people told me the batting average don't matter. Like,
right, that's the only stat OPS. I apologize. He's better in the OPS. Ohtani is slightly.
Yeah.
But everything else, I just feel like Schwarber's just had one of those seasons. Will this be a Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson situation where you just give it to Schwarber? Because
I think
that don't happen because Ohtani wins everything.
No, I was going to say if it was anybody else but Ohtani, no.
You're
because
right.
And then not only that, Ohtani's starting to throw pitch again, so he's going to these big games because the Dodgers, who have been injured riddled all year long, I think I just don't see any way that Schwarber wins.
Last thing, 70% of the kickoffs in the NFL were returned in week 1. True or false? You like this new kickoff rule?
Yes, I think that's true.
I hated it. I absolutely despised it. And then I watched week 1 and I was like, maybe they know what they're doing.
Maybe they know what they're doing. I mean,
it was exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. You got to have them. So, I think it was a good move.
Tell you what, I'm going to hightail it over to Old Hickory, 6:30 on K-News. Jason Moore's Coach's Show. We'll be back here tomorrow, live at 5.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.